Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here yet again with my beginner's junk journal, and when I was on last time with this journal, I just kind of said that I would come back and do like a finished flip through. So what I thought that I would do is, instead of just doing a complete flip through, we will just stuff the journal with some tags and things like that I've made, and just finish it off completely. So I'm just going to show you like how it's looking so far and what I've done so far. So obviously, as you know, we did the cover together and we just left the back plain, just inked it up. We painted all over and left it plain, but inked it up. That was a bit of a mouthful. And then on the fronts, we made that beautiful topper with the image from the children's book. We put some lace and we put this Hessian, tab thing. Now you can probably see my journal's massive, so they get chunky pretty quickly, to be honest. I think especially author books for some reason. So it's just something to kind of be aware of, really. I know we talked before about jumping through the pages rather than working, consecutively kind of in order through the book. I mean, that's not obviously a, hard and fast rule or anything like that. It's just kind of a tip that I think works really well, because if you suddenly find that your journal's really fat already and you've been working through methodically page by page and you've kind of got this far through your journal, but it's actually this fat already, you're going to end up with the other half of the journal possibly, not being able to be decorated. Whereas if you jump around in here or in your journal, at least then if it becomes quite fat, like mine has, you can just then leave random pages kind of undecorated throughout the journal rather than all in a clump, in one place or another. So I'm just going to show you exactly what I've done and how I'm going to literally, finish it off, really. So I've made a whole bunch of, tags and pullouts and what have you. And I'm just going to literally stuff these into the journal around. So that's all I'm going to do. And then all of these, I think these are called kind of fly sheets, and the sheets with not too much text, I've just painted them over with the, household paint that we used for the rest of the journal. So that's all I've literally done. And then all I'm going to do is just kind of roughly again, ink around, just for that sort of cohesive look. I'm really not too worried how it is. This page, for instance, here had no text whatsoever, so I didn't even paint this. I've just left it completely plain because, of course, it's ready for journaling straight away. This one here is one of the pocket pages. So again, I just painted over it, but because the journal was getting quite fat already, I've just left it. I've not decorated it, at all. But I had a couple of clusters left that we made at the very beginning. So all I'm going to probably do is just pop a cluster in the bottom right hand corner, and that just also covers up these where I've got the staples, so it's a kind of double double purpose, I suppose. Now going to just get my what do you call this, Hessian ribbon stuff that we bought, and I will just kind of finish this page off with some of that. So again, just going to cut into here like that, and then I can just pop my little cluster just on there at the side, and it just kind of adds to it, gives it a bit more sort of interest and things. Just going to pop some glue down because I stapled this and I just want to make sure it's stuck down, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So just going to pop that Hessian on the corner like that. And then we can just pop this cluster on. Again, you could do this like as a little tuck spot, what's known as the tuck spot. So just in two, on two sides like that. And then you could always tuck something in there. Obviously, because my journal's getting quite fat, I probably won't tuck anything in there. But it never hurts to leave things as tuck spots, if you see what I mean. Because then if ever you want to rearrange your journal or, move things about, then you have got the option then of using these types of things as, pockets or tucks if you wanted. Whereas if you've glued it down completely flat, you haven't really got that option, at all. So that's all I'm going to do is literally go through onto those kind of plainer pages. Again, just ink this up where I've painted. this, as you can see, got kind of creased over when I was obviously gluing the pages together. So again, just going to, you know, ink it up. I'm not worried at all about this kind of crease. It's fine. You know, it doesn't kind of affect the, you know, the working of the book as it were. And then again, just going to take another piece of the Hessian ribbony stuff. Just cut that down at a straight edge, and then we just cut this piece down here. And then could just have this kind of over here. Now I've got a couple of other clusters actually, so, you know, maybe something like this might look quite cute. Again, just going to kind of do that on two sides, you know, just to give myself options for later should I need them or want them. And then my Hessian, I mean, maybe even have it over here on the facing page. So just take that and pop it down. Sorry about the drilling if you can hear it. I mean, hopefully you can't hear it because it's not that loud, but if you can, yeah, it's obviously outside. Neighbour or something doing some drilling, so I apologise for that. Okay, this page, again, just going to ink it up. If you've, you know, been making your first journal along with me, you know, and you've done an altered book, hopefully yours is now kind of taken on a similar shape to this. And, you know, it feels super squishy, super gorgeous. You know, I always think these feel just like you've walked into the attic and, you know, picked up a really old book. They've got that sort of, oh, just really, just really nice kind of feel to them. They're, yes, just have this super squishy, gorgeous feel about them. So hopefully you've got something kind of resembling that type of thing as well. So this one here, I might just put this bit of, you know, burlap or Hessian. And then also I might just have a little bit of lace. So we could even layer up like the lace and the Hessian. And then my final cluster, I think I'm going to keep this to put maybe on the back, you know, the inside of the back cover. So let's just glue this down here. Again, I mean, I just use my hot glue. It's just really nice and quick when you're doing videos. So, and I like the, you know, the way that the lace is overhanging the edge of the page now. So really cute. And then just put my Hessian sort of ribbon or banner ribbon. I don't know. One or the other. Just pop that down there like that. Yay! I mean, that's just so cute, isn't it? And, you know, all of this then becomes journaling space because, you know, you can obviously easily journal over the, you know, the painted pieces. So the other pages are kind of decorated anyway. So again, just going to take my blendy tool, just go over some of the pages. Again, there's not a lot going on these pages because they actually were, you know, plain pages without much text. But again, just kind of going around odd, you know, odd pages, just, you know, just where they need a little bit of inking up like that. And, you know, this as well, once your journal starts getting quite fat, you know, as this one is, you can always then just kind of stick in quite flat images. So, I mean, this was one of the flowers from the, you know, the floral book that we were using. But I'm just going to fussy tear it down instead. So, I might have lost the identity of what that actually is now. Hold on. Yeah, I probably was better before I had cut that down. But, I mean, something like that, you could just then pop on one of these, you know, plain pages. So what I'll do, because this is a decorated page here, I'll just move along a couple of pages so as I don't have, like, everything together, if you see what I mean. You know, so can just literally pop this on again, just glue it down. And this is where, you know, you can really go to town and just add any, you know, anything at all. If you've got stickers, you could add those, you know, things that are nice and flat and aren't going to bulk your book out because, you know, it's already quite bulky. So, you know, just, yeah, anything at all. Again, if you've got stamps, obviously this is where you could kind of, you know, your stamps would be really handy to use to decorate some pages up. So obviously I'm into the inside of the back cover. So all I'm going to do is, again, just ink around here like that. I mean, you can probably see I've got some paint, you know, over the edge. It doesn't really bother me, to be honest. But I mean, if it bothers you, you can always paint around the edge, which I do sometimes do. This one I wasn't too worried because actually I have got some black going on in this journal anyway, from where we've used the fabric with the black on. So, you know, I thought this looked actually perfectly fine, you know, exactly as it is, really. Right, so let's just have a look. So I have actually got some of that fabric that I was just talking about. So I'm just going to bring that in. So, I mean, for instance, down here, I might just tear this in half. Like that. Oops, okay, take the sort of fatter half, and oops, it's now got glue stuck on it from my hot glue gun. Let me just peel the glue off. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to peel, not peel, sorry, cut this sort of seamy type part off. And then what you could do, you could just, you know, staple this down the edge or something. I mean, you're just trying to add a little bit of, you know, decorative interest to the, you know, to the journal. So I'm just going to take my stapler and just staple that on. I mean, not everybody likes staples. Personally, I love staples. I think they look really cute. Obviously, they're really, you know, an efficient way to get things stuck on or stuck in. So, you know, I'm all for using staples, but I do realise that they're not everybody's cup of tea. If you didn't want staples, I mean, you could stitch this. You could stitch it on the sewing machine and then glue it in. If you were really clever, you could probably stitch it straight to the page. Personally, you know, I definitely wouldn't be able to do that. You know, or you could just glue it in, you know, some sort of ruffled fashion down the edge of the page. So you've got sort of a few options, but personally, I mean, I think that looks gorgeous, just like that. And then my cute cluster, I'm just going to have there, and we could even edge this with some lace down the side because I've got quite a bit left. So just take that like that, and just going to be, you know, super extravagant and use that whole piece of lace going right down the edge there. So again, I'm just going to be really quick and go in with the hot glue. Okay, like that. And then obviously you can pop my cluster down there. So before I do that, I'm just going to just stick this lace down there. And then again, I'm just going to do this like a, you know, as if it's going to be a pocket. As I say, I won't be using it as a pocket because my journal's quite fat now, but, you know, just have those options by, you know, by gluing it in like that. I'm just going to go down here because, oops, because it just needs a little touch more glue. So there we go. Right. Okay. So, I mean, how cute does that look? And literally, that was just nothing to do in that page whatsoever. And just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And then, again, on some of these plain pages, just add a couple of other things. So, again, just going to take some of the, you know, burlap or hessian and, you know, just in a couple of places, just put like a couple of banners and things like that. I mean, it's not got a purpose as such. It just literally is, you know, making the journal more interesting, prettier to look at, all of that stuff really. So, you know, but I mean, of course, if you don't want your journal getting too bulky, or, you know, if you're happy with as it looks, you don't need to be doing all these things. Sorry, I was just putting another glue stick in my glue gun. You know, but I just really like having loads of things in the journal. Right, here I've got just a little scrap of the fabric. So, I mean, again, we could just staple it on like a little tab. Oops, actually, let's have it here. Like that. You know, and again, if you didn't like the staples, you can, of course, use, you know, just glue to attach your fabric on. There's a little tab there. So sorry, it was out of frame. Hold on. To attach your fabric. And then I'm just thinking, have I got some more of the coffee dyed flowers that we did? I mean, I have got more flowers, but we only coffee dyed sort of X amount, didn't we? So, yeah. So, like, for instance, here, just, you know, again, staple on a little flower. You know, just so that you haven't got just a ton of plain pages, really. So then I'm just going to do exactly the same on these front, you know, the front section is just, you know, add some things for interest. So I've got my gorgeous book here with these cute children's images. So let's find a super sweet image. I mean, I have used a lot of them now. Oh, I mean, how lovely is that? Look at that pretty lady. She's lovely, isn't she? And that super cute cat. So again, you can just kind of tear this down. Like that. Oh, I've got to go and do the food shopping in a minute. It keeps entering my head. Oh, got to go and do the food shopping. Far too much enjoying myself, obviously, here, and would far rather be doing this than doing the food shopping, obviously. But, yep, there's no getting away from it. Everyone's going to be complaining if I don't go and actually do some. Okay. Right. Just then pop that one down. So, I mean, that's quite a big image, to be honest. But, I mean, you know, I just thought it was really nice. So, I'm not really too worried. Again, if you wanted to make this as a pocket, I would just stick this or have stuck this onto some paper and then just torn it out with the paper, if that makes sense. So as it was doubled up in thickness and a bit more robust, and then you would be able to tuck it, you know, have things tucked in. I've just glued it in sort of more like a glue book style, just because my journal obviously is getting quite fat. It doesn't need any other bulky bits really in it. So, you know, I just thought I would go easy and, yeah, go easy on the bulking now. Bit late, really, but I can't help it, to be honest. I mean, I see some ladies do these wonderful journals that, you know, they kind of are flat. I mean, I don't know actually how people do that, but I mean, we all have our sort of different styles, don't we? But, you know, and I do love those ones that lay flat, but yeah, I just can't seem to achieve that myself because I just can't not overstuff, you know. And it really doesn't take a lot, to be honest, before your journal does get quite full and booky. So, you know, I mean, I don't feel like I've even put that much stuff in here, but it's already, you know, pretty fat, isn't it? So it doesn't really take a lot. Okay, so that's kind of my front of my journal there. And again, you know, maybe just put a little Hessian banner as well. Oops. Somewhere. Yeah, maybe we'll just have it there. So sorry about this, I'm having to just keep those pages flat. Oops. Okay. I'll just pop that there. Okay, right, so that's that. And then, as I say, I've just made a bunch of things here to tuck into the pockets and things like that. So, for instance, these, I've just got the scrapbook paper that we bought, you know, and that big 12 by 12 paper pad. And any that I wasn't so keen on the back, but, you know, i.e. this side of the paper, I have just put images from the book on there, which make then, you know, really nice full-size journaling cards. And I've used the pages that were double-sided from the paper pad, so that, for instance, like this, you've got that cute journaling card then, and then the back's plain for journaling. So, you know, I mean, it's not plain, but it's certainly journalable on there. Oh, that was obviously a made-up word and tricky to say. Right. So these ones we've already put bits in, so obviously we don't need to put anything else in. Oh, I've actually stuffed more of the pockets than I thought, which is awesome, because nothing worse than coming to your journal and finding you've got a ton of things to still fill it with. So I've just popped that into that sort of side pocket there. And then I've got this, which is a pocket here. So, you know, you probably want to have a variety of sizes and things for your pieces. So again, you know, I've just used literally a piece of scrapbook paper and, you know, keeping it just super simple. I've just added some of that book page that we painted in the, you know, first video. And I've just left the back plain because, again, you know, that's perfectly fine for journaling on. So, I mean, it doesn't really get any easier, to be honest, but it looks really pretty. And that will just then pop into that pocket there. This, oh no, I thought that was an envelope. Okay, so that's fine. And I painted these pages as well, which I don't think I had done previously. So again, might just want to kind of ink them up because I don't think I've done that. Okay. Okay. Yep, then going over, we've got a space here to put a journaling card in. So again, I've just got this small one here. And I've just popped on one of those images from like the flower book that we had been using. So again, just going to pop that in into this pocket here. Oops. Like that. And then we already had something in here and the, you know, something in there. And then here again, I've got a big pocket. So again, I've got some more, you know, larger pieces here. So I've got this big journaling card, which again, I've just left plain on the back because it's that double-sided paper. This looks, you know, perfectly fine for journaling on. So, but you could always paint it or, you know, put gesso on it or something like that if you didn't want to, you know, stick it onto something plain. But that this was too fussy or too busy, you know, you could always just paint it and then it would be, you know, perfectly fine for journaling too. So again, just inking all around here. And you know what I've now thought actually is, to be honest, I might prefer to have this on here as a pocket. You know, and you can obviously do that. You can, you know, you can mix things up once you've made them. So yeah, I'm going to put that as a pocket only because I actually hadn't realised that I have filled most of these pockets. So I now have an abundance of journaling cards, which is absolutely awesome. Or, you know, stuffers, as I would call them. Things to stuff your journal with, to journal on and stuff your journal with. So again, another one of those big journaling cards here. So again, just inking around there. And that can just go into here. I don't think I've inked this page up, so let me just quickly ink that page up a little bit. Okay, right. And then I just made a little fold out just with some of the page, the book page that we painted. So, I mean, super scrappy, you know, not elegant or anything else, but, you know, super cute. And yeah, that can also go in somewhere. So let's just see where we want to put this. I could even put that in here, to be honest. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I've got a little flippy pad that I'm going to put in there. Okay, so I've got three pieces left. So again, just going to ink these up very quickly. And then we'll go back to that front inside of the front cover. Attach that piece as a pocket. And then we'll quickly do a final flip through of this, you know, finished journal. So, I mean, I really hope that you guys have had a nice time, and, you know, I really hope that you feel inspired to try doing your first journal now, because, you know, definitely for me, doing an altered book first before having to tackle stitching signatures in and all of that stuff, you know, I know that definitely for me, that was kind of the way to go. So I really, really hope that you have found this, you know, super helpful, and, you know, hopefully has inspired you and given you the confidence to just tackle your first journal, you know, because yeah, what's stopping you? Nothing. And just go for it. You know, really, what's the worst that can happen, to be honest? It's, you know, it's not a big deal. Right, there we go. I always find that I've missed pockets, so I'm just going to kind of go back through. Yeah, and there's another one. Always miss pockets. Okay. Just go back through, see if I've got them all now. I've just got this little cute tag. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. And I will keep this tag to put into here. So, yeah, I'm just going to literally just glue this down onto here. And did I have a bit of lace left? Oh, did I have a bit of lace left? I thought I did. Now, what's happened to that? Well, that's like super weird, because I could have sworn that I did. I thought I'd held back some to do this inside of the front cover. Perhaps I didn't. Well, that's really strange. Perhaps I didn't. Perhaps I finished it on there. Oh, who knows? Oh no, here it is. Look, I thought I did have some left. So again, you know, I'm obviously just using up all the things that we bought to make this, you know, first journal. So I'm going to use this bit of lace. Do I want it at the top or the bottom? I mean, weird as that sounds, I actually quite like it at the top. So let me just again hold that page sort of open. We just come down here. Okay. And then for this one, I'm just going to literally glue that in down there. And again, I mean, I'm just going to hot glue it because, you know, it's just really quick and easy when you're doing a video. So just along like that. Okay, oops. So sorry, I've got hot glue threads now literally all over me. Oh, how cute does that look? It looks so gorgeous, doesn't it? Oh, it's really annoying because I thought that I had more of the coffee dyed flowers, which I'm sure I have. But because I've been filming this and then filming obviously other videos, you know, I haven't filmed this like in one gigantic thing, which I probably should have done, but I just didn't kind of have time. I've now lost the other bits that I coffee dyed. Well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Right, okay. And let's do on here. Just again, cut that down. And again, I'm just going to staple this. That's just, you know, really nice, easy method. Oh, sorry, there goes that drilling again. There we go. And that can just go obviously in here like that. I don't think I inked this page up, so just going to quickly go around and just, you know, grunge it up a little bit with some ink. I really need to replace the sponge in my ink pad. I'm now making it look really horrible. And this up here, this was where they'd written for sale on the book. And I rubbed it out with, you know, my best eraser. And for some reason it's still really horribly marked the book. So yeah, just kind of something else to be aware of, I guess. But, you know, again, I mean, if it really bothered you, or, you know, if something like that happens and it really bothers you, I mean, you can always just cover it up. I mean, I could, you know, I could put a little banner here or something, and that straight away looks better. You know, it covers it a bit, doesn't it? So let's just pop that down like that. Okay. Oh, looks so cute, doesn't it? Okie dokie. Right. Might just quickly finish this off with a banner. Honestly, I can never quite stop. You know, I'm sure you all know if you watch my channel. I can never just quite stop. Sorry, this has now got glue stuck on it where it's been sort of laying about underneath my hot glue gun. Yeah, I just thought I could possibly have that coming down that edge. Okay. Right, have to be careful not to staple that, so I think I'll take it out. It's probably the safest thing. Oops, sorry, I'm at risk of stapling 2 pages together now, so okay, and then you can just go into that pocket now, and again just like staple it from in the pocket. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I mean, how I can find something like this so fiddly is beyond me, because it's actually probably not that fiddly, but for me it just seems like it is. Right, so I've got that piece there, and I'm just going to cut this end off so it's not, oh look, isn't that annoying? It's really curly. Right, let me staple it once more to stop that curling over, because that will just irritate me quite a lot. Okay. Oops, come on. Oh, stop it. It's still doing it. Right, I'm just going to just dab a bit of glue. There we go. Yay, so it's now stuck down. And I'll just pop this now back into the pocket. Okay, so that's my completed journal. And then obviously, you know, if you wanted to do a closure, you know, you could do anything really. I mean, probably for something like this, I probably wouldn't even bother doing a closure, to be honest. It, you know, it's fine. If I did, which, yeah, I probably should have thought about doing the closure first. Probably should have somehow attached something, or things like this. They're ideal for those altered, you know, the Tim Holtz hitch posts, I think they're called, where you have like the hair thing, the hairband, and it kind of clips around. I can't do that now really, because I've now stuck the button and things on here, unless I had it off center, but then that would just seem strange to me. So yeah, I probably won't even have a closure. I think it looks, you know, perfectly fine without. So let's do a flip through of the finished, you know, the finished journal. So I'm just going to move the camera. Okay, so let's have a look and see, you know, how the finished journal looks. So obviously we've worked on this completely together, so I don't really need to talk through what every element is. I'm just going to kind of literally flip through. So obviously on the inside of the front cover, we just literally made that little pocket, and we put the tag in there like that. Again, you know, if this gets caught a little bit as you're putting it in, you can always just dab a little bit of glue under, and that's going to kind of hold that firmer, you know, to save it getting kind of ripped off or anything like that. So that's that. And then on the facing page, whoops, I'm just going to tuck that in a bit. On the facing page, oh gosh, it was in and now it won't go back in. On the facing page, we've got just journaling space, and then we've got this little Hessian banner. And then we've got the bunch of, you know, the fly sheets, the sort of plain sheets for journaling. So quite a lot of those in this particular book, which is great because obviously that gives you a nice lot of journaling. Again, here I've got these staples. You know, as I say, things like that don't really bother me. But I mean, if they did bother you, then, you know, of course what you could do is just edge that off. So I will just do that now, you know, because I know not everybody does like staples. So you can just literally run some glue straight down the edge that, and then just pop our banner straight down there, and that's just covered up those staples, you know, and as well, you know, also looks really pretty and decorative. So then we've got some more journaling space there, and some more like that. Oops, I obviously missed that painting over, but I mean, again, it's no big deal. You could either paint over it, or of course you could just, you know, stick a sticker on it, or, you know, pop a flower over or something like that. I've just kind of grabbed that in because it was floating on my desk, but you know, anything that you fancied to just cover that up. Then here we've got this image that we just stuck in. We've got that little ruffle, and then in the pockets we've just got that little very grungy and very basic you know, sort of booklet, I suppose. That just goes in there. Here we've got more journaling space, and again, this is a little pocket, or sorry, tuck spot. I haven't tucked anything in there, but of course, you know, if you wanted to tuck something in, just to sort of demonstrate, you could just tuck something in there like that. Then in here we've got this lovely big journaling card, and we made this together. Literally, it was just some of that scrapbook paper, or, you know, the paper pad, and we just doubled it over to make the journaling card. Again, this is kind of flapping around, which I just find quite annoying. So just going to pop some glue on there, and that just holds that, then, you know, stops it flapping about. Because again, I just stapled that fabric on, but that was just using one of those images from the, you know, the floral book and things. So that just goes in there. Then going over the page, we've got this absolutely gorgeous flip up here. So obviously from that children's book, and then it tucks in to this here, and then we've got some more journaling space around the page here. So that just goes in there like that. And then on this side, we've just got a little pocket that we made there. So like that, and we just did a little journaling card that we made from that book page. Just folded it over and then kind of gessoed or painted, I can't remember which, on the back. So that's that. And then up here we just made a little tiny sort of tuck spot or little pocket, and then we just made a little flip down there with some of the fly sheet from the, you know, the garden book. So that just goes in there like that. And then in the side we have got, oh, this was probably my favourite thing that we made. I really, really love how this looks. It's so pretty. So we just made this little, very basic booklet. It's just got some of those, oh, what's it called? Food coloured papers in there. So quite a bit of journaling space in there. I mean, they're not even stapled in straight, but, you know, that's kind of the beauty of a junk journal, really. So, you know, unless you're really going for, you know, perfection, but then you might as well just go and buy a journal from the stores. You know, I think what's lovely about the junk journals is they are so eclectic and different. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. Really super cute, and that just tucks into the side. Oh, I love this page. So we made this, you know, again, quite a basic pocket, popped a cluster on, and then in that pocket we just made another little super cute sort of booklet, you know, just teeny, but quite a bit of journaling space in there. It says bedtime stories on the front, which, how sweet is that? And that just tucks in there. And then in the side it's got another pocket, and we just made, do you remember that lovely journaling card? I mean, that just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And again, so simple, you know, just hardly anything on there, but it looks so pretty. So again, just tuck that into there like that. And then on the facing page, we used some of the flowers that we bought when we went out shopping, and we used them just like a little tuck here, so that this little flip up holds closed like that. And then we've got some hessian and the flowers that we coffee dyed there, and a little butterfly in here. And then in the side of here, we have got this lovely journaling card that we made. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? And again, just super, super simple. You know, but really pretty. A little banner there and another little cluster. Again, this cluster is, again, you know, a little tuck spot. So if you wanted to tuck something in there, then you could. And then here we've got another pocket, and we just decorated up that envelope and made a little, don't know really what you'd call this, but like a sort of flip up or a little booklet, or I don't know, a little easel card maybe or something. Just again using that floral book, and that just tucks back in, oops, back into there like that. I mean, how cute is that? And again, I mean, just was nothing, you know, to decorate that up was just nothing, but it looks so pretty. So that just tucks in like that. Then on here we've got, you know, some more of that lovely book page. And then we did just a corner tuck, which, I mean, couldn't get sort of any simpler. And then all we literally did was took a little piece of coffee dyed paper and just folded it into a triangle so it aligns with that pocket. And it just hooks over there. And then we just paperclip that on like that. So absolutely super simple. And then here we did another corner tuck up in the opposite corner. And then we made just a journaling card there and tucked that up. We've got this gorgeous flower fairy. Oh, she's the one who had the missing arm. Yep, I've forgotten all about her. I mean, oh, it just looks so pretty, doesn't it? And, you know, there's a lot going on that page, but nothing complicated whatsoever. And it all just looks great together, doesn't it? And then we made another little foldy, flippy kind of book thing. So it's got a little flippy pad inside. And again, that's just been made with the scrapbook paper and just layered up some elements on the front. Looks really, really pretty. That goes in there. On here, we've got more journaling space and then the banner and the lace. And then in the side, again, we made that big journaling card that goes in there. Then on here, we just made literally a pocket from some of that scrapbook paper and just then popped in super basic little tag. Again, we popped one of our clusters up here and a little rose or, you know, coffee dyed flower down there. Then we had a little, oops, flip going out on the side of the page. So, you know, really, really easy, but again, provides more journaling space and again, makes it more interactive and more interesting to look at. And then here we've got another big journaling card that just tucks in here. And on this page, we've got the envelope that we made into a pocket there. I love how that pocket looks. It's so, so pretty with that gorgeous fairy and, you know, the lovely papers and things. And then we've got just a journaling card tucked in, oops, like that, in there. And then, oops, tucked in the side. Again, just another little journaling card. And we just, you know, we've made these by just doubling over some scrapbook paper that we didn't like the opposite side, you know, some double-sided scrapbook paper that we didn't like the other side. And so we've just made it into a journaling card. Oops, I've just got a little bit there. So, oh, just going to glue that down. I know, hot glue really over the top for that little corner, but it was just where my hand landed really, was on the hot glue. So that just goes in like that. And then we've got the cluster down there. Oh, again, that lovely fairy. She looks so pretty, doesn't she? And then we've got the banner and a little rose. And then we just made a little flippy pad. And that just tucks in here like that. And then on here, again, another big journaling card. That just goes in there. And then we've got this page. Oh, I really love how this page looks. It's so pretty. So we made a belly band here with, again, just literally an image from the floral book. And then we put the image from the children's book on there as well. And then we just put another little extra bit as a sort of foldy flap out to the side. I mean, how pretty does that look? Just those colour combinations and just, you know, those odd little cute images. It just looks so pretty, doesn't it? And then I just used a paper clip here on the side to just hold that closed like that. And then, of course, that belly band, you know, it's a sort of pocket. I mean, look at how lovely it looks now with just the red. It looks lovely, doesn't it? And we just made this big journaling card, which again, how super fun is that? Because this, I'm pretty sure, is the only touch of blue throughout the whole journal. So it kind of seems extra special and just, yeah, really, really pretty in here. So that just tucks in there. These little flowers from the flower book. And then we have, again, more just blank pages for journaling, like that. And, oops, sorry, got some Hessian threads there. Little tab there from some fabric and little Hessian banner stapled on one of those flowers. Again, more room for journaling. Again, we've got those staples, so I'll do that again with the, you know, putting the Hessian down the side. So we'll just, you know, I mean, like I say, it really doesn't bother me, but, you know, I know that it does worry some people, so we can put that like that. Oops, I made a horrible job of cutting that little bottom bit. So let's do that. Okay. Right, let me just quickly hold that open, and again we're just going to go down that edge like that. Okay, glue that down. So, you know, just literally covered those staples up, and, you know, and also looks really pretty too. And then we're on the inside of the back cover, where we just literally stapled this ruffle on, popped this lace down here, and then put a cluster in. And I just again made another little flippy pad, and I've just, you know, popped the flippy pad in there like that. So yeah, really turned out super gorgeous. I really love it. I hope that you guys like it. I mean, obviously I will be listing this in my Etsy shop. I do have a waiting list for journals, so I will be going down the waiting list. Obviously, if this is already sold, it will be marked as sold. But, you know, having said that, it may not be. So, yeah, I will let you know, obviously, on the video kind of description. But I hope that you enjoyed the series, and most of all, you know, I really hope that you felt inspired and you felt confident to, you know, go and play and create your own journal. And I hope you've got something, you know, super squishy, super tactile, super, oh, just gorgeous, like a sort of family heirloom that you've just discovered in the attic. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the series, and that it's going to be useful for you. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, everybody. I will see you guys soon. Thanks then.